Alright, so I'm going to make a quick video here before my phone dies. But here's our May 30th planted corn. You can see I just sprayed it again last night. So this clover and stuff you can see is starting to wilt. And here's our corn. No-tilled May 30th. That was after we grazed the rye for a couple weeks. And then I just no-tilled the corn right into the rye that the cows were grazing. And then I waited about I don't know, 3 or 4 days for the rye to come back. And then I sprayed the rye. So last night was second pass on the spray, because there was a lot of stuff that when the cows grazed it off, there wasn't any leaves there for the spray to adhere to for the plant to take it up. So, and then there was a lot of foxtail that has sprouted up here in the last week, so just sprayed this one last night. And then our sorghum planted on the 7th. Here's our sorghum. So let's see, it's looking pretty good. It's a little thin in a few spots, and I'm gonna see if you guys can notice in the camera. If you see, like right there, right there, right there, you notice how every pass of the drill there's a row that's really good. That is the row that the tire runs over. Now, I do not know if that is because that packs really well from the tire. And if you look at it, it looks like it's a lot higher population than the row next to it. Look at that, there's an alfalfa plant that didn't die. So I'm not for sure, but you can see the difference there. And that row always comes out of the ground before any other row. So I don't know if it's because that tire packs the dirt around the seed so much and it just helps it start so much better, or what the deal is. But you know, and then like this row here is where the drive wheel for the drill runs. So that'd be the center. And then there again, you've got the outside row. I don't know. I mean, this is just really thick with plants, and then here you've got kind of sparse. So I don't know for sure. And then you can see there it looks kind of crappy. On the outside 2 rows, I had the drill set a little bit higher than the rest of it, and then I backed off on the setting. I think I backed it off 1/8 of an inch. So, but I mean, right here you can see from one side of the drill to the other. Not for sure what we got going on with the drill. There we've got a raccoon track. But you can look down at there. This area here is wetter, so I have found that the sorghum likes dry ground compared to wet ground. It doesn't like wet ground apparently. But our water run here, see, I pulled the mulcher over this a few times to get this water run so you can go through it without beating the hell out of everything. So this field did get mulched before I planted it. So, but then this water run, I just hand seeded oats and then a pasture mix with some clover, and there was even some alfalfa in there. But not all the oats have, you can see there's oats there that never sprouted. But anyhow, yeah, the reason for working this waterway a little bit is for the combine. Because this is going to be my rye field next year. I want to be able to go through it with the combine without nosediving so bad. But I don't know if you can see our rye over there. It's just starting to turn. You can see it's getting kind of a brown tint to the heads. So hopefully in about 4 to 5 weeks it'll be ready to combine. But anyways, this is just a quick one on what this stuff is looking like. You can see right in through here it's a little thin, and I don't know if it's a grain drill issue, but then you look down there and it looks fine. So I don't know if it's a grain drill issue or wet ground issue. This area right here holds a lot of water, so it's some of the heaviest ground that I have right here. But so then you can see in front of the gator there's a post, and then over there there's a post, and actually there's a wire run here just laying on the ground right now. It's hooked to both ends, but this way I can just use pigtail posts and stand that up, and then I could always graze this sorghum sudan off if I wanted to. There's one of them wood ticks right there, if you guys can see it right there. So anyways, that's what she's looking like. Corn looks really good. This is no-till corn, no starter fertilizer. I don't have fertilizer boxes on the corn planter. Basically this is just running off manure credits. I put some manure on it before I planted, and that's that. As soon as this is about knee high, then I'll come back through and put fertilizer on. But the home fields here, I haven't put really any fertilizer on other than manure. I put fertilizer on the fields down the road because logistically it's more cost effective to put fertilizer, commercial fertilizer, on the fields down the road and not spend hours upon hours hauling manure spreader up and down the road, and then put most of the manure on the fields here. So this was sprayed last night, and in about 2 to 3 weeks we'll come through and broadcast the rest of our urea on it, spray it one more time, and that should take it through the end of the year. And I had mentioned in Scott's video about his cultivator that he has, it has fertilizer on it. I want to make a side dresser for doing this instead of broadcasting. And I think I'm going to modify a corn planter. I need a 1-row unit for my corn planter. One is tweaked, and you can't tell right now, but when the corn is emerging, there's 1 row that is always off of what the other 3 rows are, and I found that that row is twisted. So the closing wheels, I can never get them adjusted right, and that's why. So I think I'm going to buy another corn planter for parts, and then I'm going to take the hitch off of it, put a 3-point mount on it, and make that into a side dress unit. Then I'll pull the 4-row units off and use those for spares. Use one to replace the bent one on my corn planter, and then have the other 3 for spares. But you can see that rye in the back there. That's that 2.5 acres I added to the hill pasture there. That's rye that's grown back, and it's kind of starting to turn now, but there's new seeding in it that's coming, so whether the cows will graze it off next rotation or not, I have no idea, but it's there for them if they want it. So anyways, so that's what she's looking like here. I haven't made a video in a while, so look at that. Deer bones. Jeez, you wouldn't believe how many deer bones I've been finding here lately. There's a bunch of them right up there in the outside rounds of the test plot corn. I bet you there's 6 or 7 different legs. I don't know if the coyotes have been getting that many deer or what's going on, but there's deer legs everywhere. Population is 32,100 is what the corn planter was set at. I haven't actually pulled a tape measure and counted to see what it actually is, but here you go. See, there's a group of corn, then there's nothing, then there's a group of corn, then there's nothing, and then it kind of straightens out. That is that 1 row that is tweaked. So I monkeyed around and monkeyed around and monkeyed around with different things on it before I finally realized that that row was tweaked. And it seems to me when I priced out the row unit was $1,600. And for $1,600 you can buy a used 4-row wide corn planter. So anyhow, that's what we got going on. The sorghum here, the plan is to round bale it and make baleage. So kind of looking for a bale wrapper, whether I buy one or rent one, not for sure yet. But the test plot corn does not look good compared to what this field looks like in the other one. It's half the height, if that, of this corn. And then my other field across the road is the same NK 85D as this. That corn was planted 3 days or 4 days behind this one after we chopped that rye. And that corn is just a few inches shorter than this. It looks beautiful. That test plot corn up there, you can definitely tell where the varieties change if you look down all the rows. So I don't know, I kind of am glad that this is the stuff that I bought because it looks the best so far. And that test plot was planted before I planted this one, same day. But anyway, and you guys saw the 7400 spread emitter on there, so it got the same treatment as this one. So but you can see how I worked that water run. Where that has worked, it looks just a touch greener. That's all grass and weeds coming in there, where the rest of it doesn't really have any weeds in it. So you can see right on that knob there, that's where I pulled the mulcher. There was badger holes and something else up in there, so I mulched that strip. Same down there. Everywhere I pulled the mulcher, there's weeds. Everything else is still pretty clean. Same with there was a mound. Everywhere I pulled the mulcher, there's weeds. So I would say that the no-till ground is holding off the weeds better. But like I say, the cows grazed off right before I pulled the cows off this, the same day that I planted it, and I sprayed it. So 3 days later, a lot of this stuff hadn't started regrowing yet, so there wasn't any leaves for the spray to adhere to kill anything. So the first pass spray was probably kind of a waste, but it did kill some stuff. So anyhow, that's just a quick look. I was hoping that bear would pop back out. There's a big bear up on a hill here a couple hours ago. He's big enough that his back is about as high as my T-posts that stick out of the ground. So he's a big boy. But anyway, I'll end this video for now, and we'll make a update video on the rye here one of these days. You can see the rye on the outside that didn't get sprayed. It got sprayed yesterday, but it didn't get hit the first time around, so the first pass did take care of some things. But anyhow, there's round bales. Made a lot of round bales the last 5 days. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for more. Hope you all have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next one.